Hi guys, welcome back to my readings. I'm not going to say weekly readings because I haven't posted in quite some time. I have been going through some very difficult situations in my life. They're all in my head though. It's not anything physical that I'm going through or that my family is going through. They are very good. We are okay, all of us. The thing is that I have had some realizations of past lives and things that I really would like in my life that as a child those things kind of disappeared, but it was a direction that I was heading in when I was very young. And because of external circumstances, which happens to all of us, things change, people change. A young mind is molded in a different way and forgets some of the desires that they're born with, because we are all very spiritual beings, and when we're born we still have our goals in mind. We have them there. They're like a little flower just ready to open. And family, circumstances, culture, it cultivates you in a different way. And then when you practice spirituality, if you practice meditation, or just as you're going along with your everyday life, you may see something that triggers a memory or that triggers a past life. You may not even realize it. It does affect us as we move forward in life. We just don't realize it, how many things from past lives, phobias, dreams, desires, people that we meet, people that we would like to meet and we never do. These are things from past lives that we cannot disconnect from, because it's part of our soul, it's part of our Akashic record of memory, something that we either long for or that we need to stay away from. And we do meet these people as we move forward in life. We just don't even realize it sometimes, that person could have been someone that hurt you very badly. And in this lifetime you feel so connected to them because it's the energy of that pain or that disconnection, or if they killed you in a past lifetime, it creates a very strong emotional bond to that person, not because you like them, but because you dislike them. But then when you meet them again in this lifetime, you think you like them because of that strong emotion. It's that pull, it's that magnetic pull that we have to old souls, or to just situations that we don't even realize, and we go through them in life. Not that that's something that I went through, it's just something that I want to teach you, because there's so many things that I have learned, and I don't always say them because sometimes they're painful or they're so personal, it's kind of hard to express. But yesterday I decided that today I was going to read. I have been like blocked in that situation. I don't know if it's spiritual, if it's just mental, whatever it is. It's been something that's just been blocking me from posting for whatever reason that is. But anyway, I fought against the energy today, and I decided I'm going to post because there's so many things going on in the world today, and I have not given my opinion or blessings or just spoken about it, because I haven't been able to post in a while. I have been painting though. I have been doing things, and one of my paintings is back there, and it's just something that I'm just starting, but it's a spider web, a big spider web with a big spider, and it's of an actual picture that someone that lives where I live let me borrow so that I could do it, because it's so beautiful that when I finish it I will show you. It's just in the beginning stages, but it's a representation of truly who we are and how we live on this planet. We are all connected by very thin strings, invisible, but we're all connected from life to life, situation to situation, lesson to lesson. Right now what the world is going through is something that has happened before, and it'll happen again and again and again. In all of our lifetimes we'll have to experience it one way or the other. It's just something that we have experienced before, and now we're experiencing it again, but in a different form. And how we will protect ourselves is better now, because there's more knowledge. Now we have disinfectant. We know we have to wash our hands constantly, but in a previous lifetime, we didn't know that. So it may have been part of our demise at a very young age, or in a terrible way. But in this lifetime, we can try to protect ourselves. But we need to listen to our intuition. We need to also, follow the rules and not think that it's not going to happen to me. It can actually happen to you because you have that attitude. And then you'll have to learn it again in the next lifetime. So you have to pay attention. You have to take care of yourself and take care of your family, because if you become ill and you bring the germ into the home, everyone else is going to catch it as well, and some of them may not be able to survive it. So you need to be very aware of your actions, of what you do. Listen to your intuition. Don't let others guide you, because they could be guiding you to your death for all you know. So you need to be careful. Again, back to the spider web. We're all on this planet, and we're all connected to it because we come from parts of it and of the universe. We are a combination of everything. And don't get me wrong, I do believe in source. I do believe in a God and angels. I have seen them, so I know that they're so powerful. And my intuition has been getting sharper lately as well. And I can't tell you everything because I'm not allowed. But I will tell you this. I am a strong believer in angels and the fact that they do have a job. They are in essence the juries, the judges, the reapers, the harvesters. They really help source a lot, and they help us. But we need to also take care of ourselves and have better judgments of the things that we do in life, because later on they will judge us, and they have no emotions over those things. They only follow directive from a higher source. And no matter what we do or what we feel, it doesn't hurt them at all, and they can't change what they're here to do or what they do at that moment, because they know that truly we are in spirit. We have the spirit within us. Once our body leaves us, our spirit goes back to source, back to where we're all from, back to where they are as well. They're not the same beings as we are, but they are commanded by source. There is a higher power. It's not a God, it's an energy. Angels are all energies as well. They do take form so that we can actually see them with our third eye when you can't see them. Sometimes they manifest. A human can see them, a person can see them. But you won't know that they're an angel because they don't manifest with wings and a beautiful flowing robe. No, actually when I see them wearing suits now. For some odd reason. Some of them pinstripe and some solid colors, but there's something about them that they communicate to you exactly who they are. At sometimes when it really is important. And then you'll know. They don't even have to move their mouths. They just look at you and you know what the fuck. I'm sorry, I cursed again. And that's probably why YouTube is closing me down, because I curse. But I actually like to curse. And it's a way that I express myself as an artist or as a human being. I know it's not right, but for some reason they just flow out. Maybe it's just my education. It's not very, very finite. But culture, again, and where I come from, it's just a little barrio in Spanish Harlem in South Florida. Anyway, I'm not one that likes to airs, to be like high class, or I call it frou-frou. It's nothing wrong with it. It's just that it's not me, it's not born within me. I like to be down there with a regular person so that when I teach something, they get it, because I'm like them, I'm not so high above that I have to use big words. I can't even use big words. I use the little words and the curse words. They get me by. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I can't help it. It's just me. Let me focus on what's going on here and not talk about myself, because I really don't want to. I'd like to talk about the experiences that I need to share with you so that you guys do believe and know that there is a higher power and that we are being judged always. So if you do things that hurt other people and you do it knowingly, beware that you will be judged for it. And I don't care how little it is, because every action has a reaction, no matter what it is, good or bad. There is a reaction. Sometimes it's immediate. You'll think a thought and you drop something, or something breaks, or something just falls apart right in front of you because you had a negative thought, and that immediately brought down a negative reaction to it. Sometimes you will see it that quickly. And I think that people that believe in spirit or that practice, or like myself, teach others, or at least try to know it more than others, because we're definitely not allowed to do things that are negative. We cannot do something to hurt another person consciously. Because if we do, the opposite effect will be immediate, right in our face. If we don't even see, if we have clairvoyance, we'll actually see, somebody that will come immediately. But what the hell are you doing? If you meet someone that is not good for you, immediately one of your guides will stand in front of you. When you see that happen, or you see an apparition out of the blue, you need to be aware that the person that you are with at that time or talking to at that time is not good for you. That is another sign that I usually get when I'm with someone that is pretending to be my friend or pretending to like me or whatever the case may be, and they are one of the worst people for me, because either from a past life they hurt me, or they will hurt me in this lifetime, and I need to be aware. But at that point I have guides that come to me, so that I'm beginning to learn the particular angels and their jobs, what they look like, and also my guides as well. When they appear, I know what they're trying to tell me. And there's a particular guide that does that. And you need to learn that. You can learn your guides by paying attention to your dreams and meditating. They will show themselves to you. Your angel guide will as well. And I know that they're only energy, but they do take form, so you can see them and know who they are, so that when you pray to them or ask for help, you immediately picture them in your mind, because that way they know who you are trying to connect with, or what you're trying to say. And I know that Jesus said, don't pray to the angels, only pray to God. No prayers to anyone else. But you can converse with them. It doesn't have to be a prayer. Conversation, those words are prayers. All right, let's get to this. The cards that I gotten as I was shuffling, because I asked for them. That way it paints a picture of what I need to speak to you about. First of all, we need to have a lot of courage. And I get this card a lot because I'm not very courageous at this time in my life. When I was younger, I was burning and with fire and desire, and just burned through everything without a thought. And I followed intuition, and I followed guidance to a T, like this. If they said, move today, right now, I'd grab my purse and leave. And there was no looking back in anything. And I have destroyed many things in my life by doing that, by following intuition, by being extremely destructive. But it's part of my nature. And I know now that it's not good in a way. There has to be a balance. There has to be a balance always in the ways that you do. Your element will always guide you, but you need to be careful not to be as destructive as I have been in the past, where I was following my intuition to a T, but I could have waited. I could have done things differently, but still, the end effect was always going to be the same. It's just that I did it without ever thinking. So now I'm not. Now I'm like a chicken under the bed covers. I do not want to do anything. I think my guides have to kick me out of bed every morning, get up and move, do something with yourself, because I don't want to do anything. So they're asking me to be very courageous, and we all need to be very courageous, no matter what. There is a guide. There is a guide that's going to guide you to move forward. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of the things you have to do on a daily basis. What your intuition is telling you to do, don't be afraid of it, because like this picture here we are back here, we're terrified. I don't want to go out, I don't want to do this or that. But there's your guide, and it's saying, come on, have the courage to move forward in your life with the things that you want to do with it. Don't be afraid thinking that, oh, I won't be able to make enough money, or that job's not good for me. I don't want to go out with that person. I'm really afraid. Don't be afraid. Your guide is there. If they're pointing a finger at something, or if something is being highlighted in a very big way, you need to follow through, because it's guidance, and we need to listen to it. There's someone very powerful there that will guide you. You just need to behave and need to listen. We need to pay attention to the signs. We are wise souls, and we know how to follow the signs, but we need to pay attention, because they're coming and we're not listening. Here's a little owl that's coming, messages that come from the divine, a guide that's there to help us, or that will be there to help us. But we need to find the guide. We need to be able to listen to guidance and move forward. Okay, we're not doing that. We actually have the guidance already. We already know. For some of you, you've already been told certain things that you need to do, and you're not doing them for whatever reason. Everybody has reasons for what they do and they don't do. You're afraid, I guess. It's fear. It's fear that's really gotten a hold of us, and it isn't because of this disease, that's this pandemic. Um, if you look back in the past, there's always been things like this that have happened in eras, and this is just our time for this era. We need to be quarantined, we need to be separated from others, but then again, there's also this in the background that's been coming before it and will be there after. But we need to break through because we do have some guidance, some things that we need to do, especially now in this downtime that you can be doing. Don't forget to do them. Don't allow the fear to just keep you, in place, because it's not good. Lifetimes, memories of lifetimes of other things that I would have loved to have done as a child or as I was growing up, and I didn't do them. And now they're kind of, being taken to that, and I need to break away from that, is why I have been so distant and not really expressive, because of the past lives and because of the memories that have come now. And I'm like really stumped, and I have been enjoying them and finding things that help me remember. And so I've been like kind of stuck in that cycle, which may be good because it has kept me in place for now. It has kept me quiet and at home, which is probably something that I'm supposed to be doing. And there's other things that I need to do, which I have put down as well. I need to change my focus and put it on something else, which is something that they have been telling me. Also, there's alchemy. There's our own magic. We have our own magic. We have to be able to manifest the things that we desire. There's fire. There's desire for things that we want, and we have our own ways of making it happen. So they're asking us, Spirit is asking us to go ahead, work your magic, work your specialty. What is it that you do? What is it that you like to do? How do you manifest in the past? How do you manifest the things that you want? Move forward and do that. Have the courage to watch for signs that are coming, for the things that you want to manifest, or the things that you want in life, or just the directive that we need to take from Spirit. And then work your magic and move forward, so that you can achieve what you desire at the same time as you're moving forward and being a guide for other people. And you may find guides. You may find guides along the line that are there waiting for you to come to meet them at that particular time, and they'll tell you the next thing to do. Remember, angels do speak through the mouths of babes and everyone else, not just children. Children are so innocent that they can have an angel talking through them and you won't even realize it. They don't realize it because they're a child. They'll just say, da, da, da. Say stuff, and that it'll alert you, or it'll also just give you a message that you don't know. The same thing can happen with an adult very, very easily. They don't even have to be believers. Actually, non-believers are easier for angels to use as messengers because they don't believe anyway. So if they feel a little different or say something stupid, they'll just think it was them saying it. They have no idea. So watch out for messages that come through from the angels, and it'll come through. It could come through anything. It could come through a movie. It could come through a sign that you read, a literal sign. I have learned that when angels say pay attention to signs, they're actual signs. It's not a flower that comes from heaven or a dove or a big apparition. It's an actual sign. It's an ad in a paper, or an ad on the computer now, because we do use computers. So it's like our newspaper now, or how we get a lot of information. It could be an ad there. It could be something that someone tells you. It could be a sign that you see, like as you're driving around. There could be a sign of an upcoming event or an upcoming reunion. Right now, none of that is going to be happening, but you will see the signs in other places where it won't be so public, or it won't be something so public, because we're being told to do this now, when it is a time where we're not allowed to join in big groups. Right now is a time to be alone, to go within, to learn yourself, to pray for the earth. Pray for all of us. Pray for this thing to move away. Remember, these are angels that are enacting these things on us, because it's the earth itself regenerating, and angels do help because they're messengers. They bring us messages, and they also have jobs to do. So if we decide that we don't want to listen, and there's so many evil things going on around us that we're not even aware of, somehow they have to be wiped off this planet. So sometimes they have to bring a pestilence in order for things to moved around, like the chess table be wiped clean, all the players kicked off. Some of them get to come back and some don't. These are things that we don't even realize are happening behind the scenes, but they are, because that's what the angels do. That's how they do things. They do it behind the scenes. We have no clue that it's happening, but it has to happen, because a lot of people and a lot of things have to change. The power, the way things are. I have been told by people that know other things, some horrible things that are going on in this world at this time that we're not aware of. So we need to pray, people, for our children, for the elderly, pray for ourselves, that we don't become touched by these evil things that are going on behind the scenes. And the worse that gets, the worse the epidemics are going to be, and the worse the disaster is going to be, because the earth does have to regenerate itself from all of the darkness that it's being bombarded into it every day, all of the time. So we need to pray. Prayer does help, because the angels do listen. And if you pray to God to help us and have the angels interact, they will come. But you need to ask for it, or it won't. Protect yourselves and protect your home. There's ways of doing that. Only you know which way works for you. They want us to know that we're safe. We are safe, and ourselves and our families are safe, but we need to continue to pay attention, and we need to continue to take care of ourselves. Regardless of what other people do or say, we're going to be safe because we believe. We pray. We ask for help, and they're going to bring it to us. Okay? We need to rest and rejuvenate ourselves, and they're giving us the opportunity by doing so, by having to be in quarantine, in your home. In my case, I'm a recluse, a person that likes to be alone, and a person that likes to do things in a little environment and just go within. So for me, if I just stand outside the door for a little bit and get some air, I'm okay. If I go outside into the garden and just look around at beautiful flowers, take pictures of them, I'm good for the day. I don't have to be in a group of people. I don't have to be reacting with other people or interacting. It's not that important in my life, because my friends are not of this world. And that's easy for me to say to you, because for those of you that always listen to my channel, you understand me a bit more than some people that know me. Period. It's time for us to rest and rejuvenate and go within. This is a meditation pose. The Spirit will come and give you instruction that will show you things. You need to learn to connect with Spirit. So you need to spend time resting and rejuvenating yourselves, because we become so depleted in this world that draws our positive energy out every single day. And we need to get it back. We're working on our heart chakra. We're working on opening it up, sharing ourselves with others, working on relationships. That goes for all of us, okay? Learning how to interact in relationships. I'm one of them, because I find it hard to have relationships, close relationships. And now even harder than ever before, because I'm older and it's hard for me to do that. But anyway, I have to work on it, because the angels are telling me that I must. And I must start at home. And then I can work my way out to others. But this here, so much green, it's helping us heal our heart. It's helping us heal our inner child that was hurt long ago, and that has been changed by things that have happened to us during our life, and the people around us, and people that we love, our peers. Somehow, they started hurting us, but like me, I've been kind of like remembering, wow, I used to love to paint this way, and I used to love to do this, and I used to love that, and that energy, what happened to that is coming back to me now, and it's like, oh my goodness, I didn't remember that I loved this way, and that I loved this and that, and I love those type of people, and blah, 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 one of those things. But our hearts are changing, they're opening up, they're changing to other things, to better ways, to who we are more of, not what's happened to us, There are some attachments that we have at the moment in our lives that are keeping us enslaved, and keeping us with a mask on, so we cannot even show who we truly are to other people. They see what they want to see, or they hear what they want to hear. They judge you. They think that they're judges, but actually they're absolutely nothing. They're just another soul in a body that's learning things, and they feel like they can judge you because why? I don't know. What gave you the idea that you were better than me? Nothing. So you wear a mask because you don't even want to show yourselves, and your attachments to places or people or desires or things are not, they're not good for you. So you need to break away from the attachments that you have that are unhealthy. Maybe it's even just like an addiction to something, food, smoking, drinking, sex, whatever it is, whatever it is. There's many different types of addictions or things that keep you chained to things that are not healthy for you. You need to break away from that and take off your mask and show people who you truly are, because up to now you have not even tried to be yourself. This could be something that's happening, even if it's just like I'm explaining to you, memories from past lives, memories from my childhood that are coming to the surface now, so that we can work through them, so that we can try to heal ourselves and maybe go in a little bit more into that direction. You know, there's something there that maybe you need to learn of, or you need to understand better. So you're taking that mask off now. You're more yourself, and you really don't give a shit what other people think of you, what they say. You just got to think this way. You look around, you say, well, I don't see an angel here, and I don't see any saints. So you're just like me. Why should I let you judge me or be judged by someone like you, and walk away from them? If you meet people that think that they are holier than thou and they want to judge you, step away from that type of person, because it's not going to be good for your chakra, for your heart chakra. Move away from them. They have no authority over you. They don't. They really don't. We're working on our sixth chakra. Can't say it. Sixth chakra. We're working on our gland. We need to open it up a little bit more. We need to listen. What is it? The pituitary gland? A pineal? It's one of those two. I don't know. That gland. We're working on our third eye is what I call it. I don't like calling anything by its name because I don't really know it. I only know what I call it. The third eye. When that opens up, you can see things when you're awake or asleep that are not there, visible to everyone. It's also connected to our gut. It's what we call our gut feelings, and we need to listen to it. We need to follow it more, and we need to work on it through meditation, cleansing, working with crystals, prayer. You can open your third eye, and sometimes when it opens, it sees things that it might scare you, because there's some things that are like impressive when you see them. And then the more you see them, they bring messages, right? So when you see them, then you'll know what the next time you see them, what happens. You need to pay attention, okay? Because if you get a sign, or your third eye opens and you see an apparition of whatever, it could be an angel, it could be one of your guides, you need to know. What happens after that, you need to pay attention. Because then when you see that apparition again, you'll know why it's there. You know the message that it's bringing you. Good or bad. You have to take it all in stride, so because it's part of developing your spirituality. And it's not always easy. Sometimes it'll bring tears to your eyes, but you need to know it and thank the angel, or thank the guide, or just thank the Lord for it happening, that you're finally opening up your third eye, because it's easy to thank them, but it's very hard sometimes to deal with what you'll see. But if you're scared, it'll shut down again until you're ready. And that could be years and years and years down the road. For some of you, you need to clearly communicate your situation with others, because there could be a misunderstanding of something that you said. Like myself, I could curse and somebody will hear that and say, oh, what a bad person. And then, everybody will start talking behind your back because you said a curse word. And it could be just that bad. But in other cases, this could be due to soulmates, relationships, people that are close to you, your family members. Maybe you've said something that has hurt their feelings. You need to clearly communicate the way that you feel about certain things so that they know what's happening. And there will be, in the end, a peaceful resolution. The same thing at work. If you've said something or done something to hurt someone, or whatever the case may be, please clear it up, because you're being asked to do so. That could be with relationships as well, because there was two dolphins. To me, sometimes that represents soulmates, or it represents just two souls that are alike. This could be a relationship with someone. You need to communicate clearly what has happened to you, what you thought, And that way you could have a peaceful resolution. This could be siblings, it could be a parent, because remember, everyone that is around us, there are soulmates, okay? Relationship wise, it doesn't always have to be that way. It's just friends, lovers, family, they're all our soulmates. They're all mates of our soul. They reincarnate together. We're together for a reason, because we're learning lessons. So they're there as a soulmate. Not necessarily romantic, but for some it could be a romantic case. For this time being, a higher power is going to be taking over and doing things, changing things in our lives, in everyone's life, and changing the world, the way that things are going to be after all of this happens, and this is only the beginning. Things are going to change. But it's a higher power that's helping us be more flexible. And we have to be more flexible in the way that we think and the way that we do things, because higher power is bringing us messages and it's helping guiding us, okay? Just remember, you'll have to be more flexible with the way you think, the way that you do things, the way that you move around at work, or whatever it is you're doing in your life at this time. It's teaching us to be more flexible. It's telling us we have to be more flexible in the way that we interact with others. Right. Why is in the Book of Life. The why this is happening. Read back into the times that have passed and you'll see. The why is because of a lot of things that are written, a lot of things. The news, look at the news, or read. I don't watch the news, so I don't know, but in my case, people tell me. They just out and out tell me things. Did you hear about this? Go look this up on YouTube. Look at these videos. Look at the stuff that's going on in life right now. And they tell me, ba, 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 ba. To the point where I have to say, okay, that's it. I can't watch it because it will hurt me. And once you see something, you can't unsee it. But why things are happening, it's all written. It's all part of life. It's all part of what we need to go through, okay? We don't have to actually see it because it could hurt you. For some people, they delight in seeing things like that, or they have to see it in order to believe it. I don't have to see it. I know it happens, and I can't see it because then I can't unsee it. And it'll haunt me, so I don't need that. In the end, this will all bring some peace to some of us, peace to the world, or in a way, it will be a peaceful resolution in the end when some of this stuff is over with. And this reading is, as you can tell, not for just right now. It's a higher power that's bringing us messages, and I hope you're listening with an open heart and an open mind. You know, that if you can hear it, you'll see that this is not just for today or tomorrow's reading for this week. It's a reading that extends. It's a message that wants to get put out so that you know that in the end, after all this stuff is over, after we can finally go back out and start our lives again in a different form, because it's going to make us change some things. We have to be flexible because some things will change. And why? It's written. And you could take that any way you want to. You could start researching on the internet. You could start reading back in other times when there's been biblical changes like this, where it's pestilence and stuff that happens, that wipes out a lot of the population worldwide. Okay. You can see it's already happened, so you can read up on it and see what happens after that, and then you'll get an idea of what's going to happen to us now when we're on the other side of whatever this is. Okay, but it will bring peace. Okay. There's an offering. We will be blessed after that, because then happy. Then is this card that popped out. Happy. There's a key. There's a resolution. There's going to be some knowledge that is told to us that we need to know. And for some, we'll have the key when some of this is over, for our happiness, for our own personal happiness, because it'll make us change in ways that will bring happiness to us in the end, which is a good thing, okay? Peace and some happiness. So all this that's happening, and it's being brought on exterior from us. It's not something that we're doing. It's something that's happening to all of us at the same time. And we're having to change because of it. But in the end, we'll be able to be more peaceful because of it, and happier in some sense. So just keep that in mind, okay? Next. This is more today. That was more into the future. This all this that's going on is giving us a chance to dream a bit. This is the page of dreamers. There's messages coming down. There's blessings that are coming down to us because of it. And we're daydreaming. We're daydreaming of the things that we would like to do perhaps, or the things that we're starting or we're going to be starting soon. Okay, if we haven't already. All right. Seven of Hearts. Choices. So through our dreams, we have many choices of the things that we desire, that we would like to implement in our lives. And we're going to have someone that will help us, you know. Here we are, the Six of Trees. So we have a lot of element of earth and water. Receiving. So some of our dreams are about to come true in a way. Some things that we've dreamt about that we can actually do. Tangible things, because this is earth and water. That we dream of, that we would like to make manifest. We will be able to manifest some of it because we're receiving here through the Six of Trees. It's very, how could I put it? It's not a complete, absolute flow of abundance that's coming. It's going to be a measured flow of abundance, but it's something that we have dreamed of, that we've wanted to manifest. And because we're following some of our intuition, we're starting to manifest it. For the time being, it's very measured, but it could turn into something bigger later. As we have the Queen of Trees, the nurturer, right next to it. So some of your dreams, if you follow through with them and you start to listen to your intuition, you will find that there's a steady flow of abundance that will come through that as we move forward, okay? And we need to be aware of that we can, through our own ways, through our own talents, become very nurturing to others, very helpful, and also open up a flow of abundance that hasn't been there up to now. But it's been a special little tiny dream that you've had. One of your choices of all of the things that we can dream of all the things that we can have in life, of all those cups that are covered and we don't quite know what's hidden behind them. There's one of them that's going to start to flow your way and start opening up. But you need to pay attention and find out what that one cup is. For some of you, you've already touched upon it. For others, you still have to find it, but it is there. You just need to notice it. You need to be aware of a new way of abundance, a flow of abundance. Because we get so caught up and stuck on only one way and think this is the only way, I can't do anything else, and you're closing down all of the other flows of abundance that come to you. Just look at it this way. If you could see everyone that you could have been, and there are multiple lifetimes, multiple planets, all within one, right next to each other, all layers of your lives, what would you have been in all those other little multiple lives? Let's say right now you are just a worker, a regular worker, but one of your talents is being an artist. So in another lifetime, you are that artist. Or you're a reader, or someone that's very spiritual, or someone that brings messages from people that are deceased in another lifetime. So you're very sought after for that art, or you're very sought after for the messages that you bring from people that are deceased. And in another lifetime, you could have been a nurse or a millionaire. I'm not going to go there because it's through your talents that you can become a millionaire, but what could you have been? All those little images of other lifetimes of you being that other person, it's one of your dreams. It's something that you can actually achieve in this lifetime. But you need to be stronger in your resolve and believe that you can actually achieve that. In my case, I wanted to be an oceanographer. As a child, I wanted to study oceanography because my love for the ocean has no bounds. It's amazing. But again, due to fear and culture and negative input, I changed my mind because I thought, well, maybe that's not a good career to follow. But it would have been the perfect one for me to become. But then again, there was all these other talents that I do have that I should follow. And for all of us, it's the same thing. You didn't do it now, but perhaps in the next lifetime, I will be that oceanographer because maybe in other alternate realities, alternate planets, alternate lifetimes, I am already in spirit somewhere else. I'm doing this. I'm being the oceanographer that I could have been in this lifetime. Or perhaps it's the next lifetime. I don't know how that works. But I am a firm believer, and I have to be in order to make myself be okay with this lifetime, that there's others. because there's so much I want to do that I can't do now, but I wish I could have. And there's other things that I can do now. So you need to realize what those are, okay? Because that goes for you too. And then, of course, this is my favorite card that I've been getting for the last several years. Now it's been years, it's not months or times. Perseverance. Persevere through with your plans, your dreams, your what makes you passionate about life, what makes you feel passionate about doing something. You see all the little drops of fire around her. Her eyes are closed, but this is her passion that she's trying to bring about. And it's right next to the Queen of Trees, which is the Queen of Pentacles. So someone that is rich already with property, with things around her, a very nurturing person that gives to others, that gives to charity because she can, because her passion has brought her a lot of abundance. The things that she loves to do. You know, the stars around her, this is all brought on by spirit. And the last card, Sun. The Sun, the best card in the deck, I think, because in the end, it tells you that by following your intuition, by following your desires, by following your dreams, just dream a little dream. Dream a little dream, and that little dream, follow it through to the next step. And it'll be very measured what you get for it. But then continue down that little dream. And you can become very stable in your mind and your life. Your life becomes very grounded and stable into the earth and into the people that you can help and share your abundance with. Because you persevered, because you continue to follow that dream. Because the sun is shining behind you, showing you that yes, you're following the correct path. And it's going to bring a lot of stability into your life, a lot of light, a lot of love, a lot of the positive things that you need in your life, that you want. It's coming. Don't set it aside. Don't discard it. You know. What do you think of the reading so far? Next card. Initiation, beginnings. We're all going to be initiated into a new beginning in our lives, a new opening of something beautiful in our lives. Here we're coming out of the lotus. A lotus grows in dark murky waters, and it grows underneath, and it comes up and it flowers. It's so clean. It's a perfect little flower with perfect little petals that are not dirty, that open up to something totally new. And here she is coming out of that lotus with the moon behind her and the sun behind her. It's a beautiful thing. The luminaries are helping you come up. A new beginning from following your intuition, following your talents. By the force of strength. By being strong, by not fearing that you need to move forward. Again, another card that represents strength. Leo, the sign of Leo, the time of Leo, which is coming up. I don't think it's past us already. Or just a sign of Leo. It doesn't have to be the time of Leo. I'm not sure if it's past us or not. It doesn't matter. It's the sign. I mean, I could look it up. Let's see. No, Leo has not passed us. It's coming up. It's the summertime. It's the warm months. July and August. That's what this is telling us about. During those months, you need to be very strong. There's new beginnings that are coming where the sun will be shining behind you. Follow through with the guidance that you are receiving at this time so that you will have the force of strength behind you. And creations, the creation, you're going to become very creative at this time. So follow through with all your creativity and all the blessings that you're going to be bestowed, because you have time right now to meditate, to spend time getting to know yourself, getting to know the things that make you happy, you know, what brings you peace in life. The why will come through your book of life. The why the things have happened in your life, you need to pay attention. You need to be more flexible as well with the things that are happening in your life at this time, because we don't know which way the wind will blow and the things that will happen, but there will be some major changes that come through because of the new beginnings, whether that is moving, to a new house, a new relationship, a new job, a new way of life, a new talent that you develop now and that you start to share with others, or that you start to do. It comes through a higher power. You need to know that. Because of it, we are moving forward. We're gaining more knowledge each and every day, because we are spending time alone, because we are segregating ourselves from all of the noise and all of the confusion that is out there, and just going within and knowing yourself for once, for the beginning. There will be a peaceful resolution to all of the things that you have been struggling and going through. And then you need to learn to communicate clearly the things that you desire, the things that you want to do in your life, because your third eye is opening up here. Because you're becoming more connected to divinity, because you are following more of a divine life path for you, what you're supposed to be doing in this lifetime, not the next one, in this one. You're following more of guidance. So you need to communicate to others, because they may not see it like you see it. They may not understand why you're doing things. They can't. Because it's your path, your messages alone. No others can see it. And even if you try to explain it to them, they'll be blocked. They're not going to know what you're saying. They're going to say, oh, that person's crazy. And that has happened to me because of the things that I have done. My passion has burned. And I have done things that, and other people may see, that's insane. How could you possibly do that? Well, I did it because I was being guided to do it. Higher power, sixth chakra. It's an element that no one can see, but it brings good things in the wake of it. Because someone needed to grow, someone needed to do other things. They needed to be with their family, needed to move on with their lives, and they couldn't. I needed to move on with my life, and I couldn't, because I was tied to a past life relationship that was extremely controlling and extremely powerful, very hard to break because of the many lifetimes. But sometimes you have to break away because there's more growth, and it's not together, it's separate. And the pain of it is unbelievable to express to you, but following guidance isn't the easiest thing in the world to do, but I have done it, and it's hard, but it's time to rest and rejuvenate so that these things can happen in your life, so that you can see things for what they are, or in another perspective, because the higher power is trying to bring you messages and you need to follow through. Some of the attachments that you have at this time are not healthy for you. You need to be able to remove the mask so that you can become who you are, but the attachments are what holds you back. The people, the negative thinking, the negative comments, you need to either detach from them or communicate clearly who you truly are and who you need to be, and how they need to step away and quit calling you names or quit saying things to you or stopping you as you move forward, because that's not who you are. You are connected to divinity. And right now, there's a certain path you need to take so that you can help guide others or help do something in your life that you haven't done up to now. And it will be healing completely your heart, which is what you're doing now. You're helping to heal your heart, but Archangel Raphael is there to help you. Ask for help. And it will completely move mountains so that you can heal. There is a lot of growth going on in our lives at this time. We need to see it for what it is. There's growth in our finances, there's growth in our lives, in our physical life. A lot of growth going on, which is helping us with our heart chakra. There's the little sun again. We just need to follow guidance. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I know this is a long reading, but I haven't posted in a very long time, and I had so many messages from Spirit to give you that I had to do this. But I want to go get a deck so that I can do the interactive, okay? Let me go find one. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. I'm going to put a special out for 3 cards and 1 angel card message for $20 if anyone is interested. I know that money's tight right now, but I could sure use the help. So I'm going to communicate that clearly to you. At this time, I could use the help. Be truthful in everything you do in life. Be truthful in your integrity. Please don't compromise it for no one, under no circumstances, for nothing. There are some gifts that are coming our way for being who we are, for doing the right thing. And remember that no matter what you do, when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. thank you guys for listening to my video today. I know it's a long one, but I do love you guys, and that's why I posted 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to go with that because I'm running out of time. For those of you that chose A or 1, focus. Learn to focus yourself, because sometimes we have hard time focusing our energy or focusing on something that we have right in front of us. Focus so that you don't miss out on the messages that are coming to you at this time. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. Okay, for those of you that chose B or number 2, blessings. Blessings are going to be bestowed upon you at this time. Believe it and they will come. Move mountains, say it. Believe that it moves and it will. Your faith goes a long way, so try not to forget the words that Jesus told us. He was telling us things that were coming from a higher power. A message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light, and I love you. So for those of you that chose B, those are your special messages. For those of you that chose C, it's time for you to take a retreat. I'm going to put that one as a message for you as well. Retreat. Go off on your own. Meditate. Spend time getting to know who you are. There is a special message coming for you, but you're not getting it. So you need to really get out, relax. You are depleted of your energy, so you need to spend time alone, all right? And you're being asked to retreat. Here's your first message, reflections. You need to reflect on certain things in your life that are affecting you. You don't realize it. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. Okay. It's important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Definitely for you. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself and yourself alone. Retreat alone. You're being asked to do so. And guys, know that I love you and treasure you in my heart. And I will post again when I can. And if you do need a reading with me, please write to me at risashealingarts11@gmail.com, and I will give you the reading of your life. If you want to take advantage of the $20 reading, it'll be 3 cards from the tarot and 1 angelic message that comes for you. Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. I mentioned the ocean. I love the ocean. Alright guys, I love you. Take care, and I will talk to you again soon. Please stay clean. Bye for now.